Thank you very much for joining us again on the Spyshack podcast, the podcast where super fans get together and talk the latest episode of Survivor. Today we're going to be talking Survivor Triple H, episode 4. I don't like having snakes around. And I want to go ahead and introduce everybody to my co-host. Randy, how are you doing today? And your one word to describe this episode.
I am doing well. I enjoyed the episode, and I will say my one word is momentum.
And Kim?
I am doing good as well. As I always say, I love and miss my son every day. And I thought the show was fun.
What was it?
Fun. I liked it.
And Mark, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be back. Sorry about last week. And my one word for this week would be blabbermouth.
Ooh, I like that.
And you guys know me, I'm Perspective, and you guys make sure to always join us every week on this channel at this time. And my one word is disadvantage. So people in the chat room, if you guys want to give us your word, we'll get back with you guys in a couple of minutes here. But let's get right into the episode, because the episode didn't waste any time. It got us right into the swap this week, which we already knew. It's been a while since we don't go back to the tribe that just voted someone out. But it's okay. What did you guys think of the swap?
I think it was good. I really liked. This was the first time that I think that we've ever seen 3-to-3 swap, where you start in 3 and end in 3, which I thought was interesting. I think this season has felt so like, yes, we started with 2 less people than we've used to recently, but it feels so small because we have these small tribes. So we've never had like a big group. So I'm excited for that, for the eventual merge to have a big group and kind of have some open playing. But I thought this swap was good. Everything got mixed up pretty well.
Yeah, I agree with you. When I saw the swap, I'm like, wow, it's not like the heroes or the healers are all on one tribe. Everybody separated, and there were advantages for some people who separated and huge disadvantages for people who were in a really great spot that are no longer. So I thought it was great. I liked how it was done. It didn't seem to favor one particular tribe.
Mark?
I mean, this is quite like it's the most even mix I think we can get with a group like this, and it's interesting to see how people are currently working out what they have, and for some people it worked out great, for some people maybe not so much. Mm-hmm. But we'll see how this goes, and I'm not quite sure how many more rounds they're going to go with this configuration.
I wasn't really too glad about it, because each one of my remaining players ended up in separate tribes, so there was no ability of them getting together and actually working together. At the same time, though, that means 2 of my people are going to continue getting points each time, but not well. Yep. We'll get to that. So we got the new Levu tribe, which is the Blue Heroes tribe, now composed of Alan, Ashley, Joe, Desi, and Devin, and the new healer tribe, which is now called Soko. Is it Soko or Soku?
Soko.
Okay. It's Rourke, Ryan, Ali, Chrissy, JP, and Yawa, which is the old Hustler tribe, Cole, Jess, Mike, Ben, and Lauren. And just real quick, guys, who do you think had the best tribe after the swap?
What tribe do you think is best, or what person do you think got in the best spot?
Okay, I guess 2 answers. Give me the best tribe and the best person.
Okay. I think the person that did the best with the tribe swap was Dr. Mike. I think he's in the best position. Yes. Because I think beforehand, yes, he was in a strong tribe, but he was definitely number 5 or number 6 on that tribe. Now he's in a spot where he's in a solid number alliance. He has 3 out of the 5 from his first tribe on his side, and the minority 2 are pulling on him to be their 3rd. So both sides want him. He's in a great spot. I think Dr. Mike got put in a good position. As far as tribes go, I really like the Yellow Tribe, Soko, because I'm a big fan of Rourke. I have been all season. I think the tribe swap was awful for her. I think she's in the worst spot now as compared to her starting spot. But I really like Rourke and Ryan and Chrissy all on that tribe, so I'm enjoying that one.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same. I like Yellow Tribe best. I think that who is at the most disadvantage would be Rourke and Devin. I think Devin was in a prime spot, and he's now not. So that's who I think hurt the most. I think it helped would be Dr. Mike and Lauren. I think Lauren is in a better spot because she's with Brian. I mean, not Brian, Ben, who I think is good for her. So that's my opinion. The best tribe and the people who the best advantage and disadvantages, Rourke and Devin.
I think Devin's actually in an okay spot, and I think the difference, because Devin and Rourke are in very similar positions, but I think the difference is you have Devin, who is seen as a strong challenge threat, but you also, on the other side, so I think he's going to be fine where he was going to be used as a swing vote, as we kind of saw. But then you have Rourke on the other side, who is a little bit weaker when it comes to a lot of these challenges, but she's also on the tribe that has 6 people left in the game. They're going to be the big targets here. Then she's the easiest target. If we need to get out a healer, she's the easy one to go. So that's where I kind of see, like, I see where her and Devin were in the similar number position, but she was definitely in a weaker spot.
Right. As soon as the swap happened and I saw where they were, I said, this isn't good for either of them. I said, because they don't have anyone, you know?
So let's go to the reward challenge, and we'll go back into the dynamics of the new tribes. The reward challenge, what do you think of it?
This was the one with all the ropes.
Yeah.
It was pretty basic.
Yeah,
there was nothing too crazy about it. The puzzle seemed really easy. I enjoyed watching it happen. I enjoyed it. I think seeing Dr. Mike and Jessica kind of like
clash, and he like
have some tension at the end. But other than that, yeah, there's nothing too much all that interesting about this one.
No, it's the same. We've seen it over and over again.
I think just in the challenges in general, I think this episode had the weaker challenges, but had the better overall show or episode. Yeah. But the prizes, the PB&J Bonanza with what was it? They had already pre-cut sandwiches, and then they had bread and peanut butter and jelly that I can take home with, and then chips, which I thought, first of all, I thought was, that's weird. I've never had.
That's weird. Why do they have chips? Yeah.
Yeah. So winner take all, and at the end we saw how Lauren, Ben, and Ryan, and I think Lauren and Ben actually worked really well together. And they helped Ryan, who was a little bit weaker, get along through the challenge. And then at the end, Soku, right? No, okay. I'm sorry. Yawa wins.
Oh yeah,
Yawa wins. And they win reward. They go back home. Anything you guys want to add about the reward challenge before can we just go ahead and jump into the challenge, tribes?
Nothing too much for the challenge itself, probably.
Yes, I agree. Nothing. It was basic and nothing really there.
Like I said, the only thing that I could think that was even noteworthy was how well Lauren and Ben worked together. Mm-hmm. Let's go real quick to the chat room here. Patty Renshaw says that her one word is crazy. Shells is who. I think I said that right. Patty also says, hope Jessica dumps Cole for her game. And Shell likes Ben.
Yeah, Ben is definitely a leader. I agree. And I agree Cole is just an idiot, I guess. I don't know. He's definitely not what I thought he was preseason. I think that, excuse me, I think Devin is better than I thought he'd be, and Cole is worse than I thought he was going to be.
Shell says chips because of carbs, but I think the peanut butter would be all you really need right out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, peanut butter can last you a while.
Yeah. It's definitely filling.
Unless you're like,
oh my God, who ate the rest of the peanut butter?
Unless it's Sandra.
Yeah.
Is it Sandra or who was it? Lockie in Australian Survivor ate all the.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the new tribes here. And Randy, I'm going to ask you to just go over what happened in Yawa.
Yeah, so the Yawa tribe, as they get back from the reward, they're celebrating their win and kind of bonding. The 3 former healers kind of all sit pretty close together and definitely look like a tight 3 as compared to the 2 that are out there by their own. As they're eating the chips, Jessica finds her secret advantage. Well, secret for a little bit, which ends up being the vote block, not Stephen Fishback's voting block, the other type of vote block. So we will, where she has a chance to block someone's vote at tribal council. I like that it was similar to the first one where you will it to someone else. I thought that was really interesting.
So I want to ask the chat real quick. What do you guys think of the new how they're playing the secret advantages this season? All right, go ahead.
I think I like that they're trying something different and that they're making it be quick.
Well, they don't want the same thing that happened last season, I think.
Absolutely.
So I actually did ask this on Twitter, and I said, "Do you like the way secret advantages are being used this season?" 64% said yes, 36% said no. So far, I think it is something that people are liking. It's that time frame. That way, Ty doesn't take 6 advantages into the final tribal council or the final that you're able to use them. So
yeah, I like that they have to will it. I just felt like there just wasn't enough people on a tribe to block a vote. That was my only thing. There wasn't. If they split these into 2 tribes, I think that could have, even though it might not have helped the tribe itself, I just think you're really the person you block. It was okay, but I like that you have to will it.
With a 5-person tribe, blocking one person could result in like a 2-2 tie, as we saw possibly from this week's episode.
And
interesting.
And we'll get to that in a little bit when we get to the final tribal, not the final tribal, the tribal council, because I actually had something that popped in my head, and I wanted to pass it with you guys to see what you guys think. So what else happened here, Randy?
Not a whole lot, except for Cole decides to tell everyone within earshot that Jessica has this advantage, which makes no sense. That, especially since she's gonna block one of your votes. Like, that just seemed weird. I understand telling Ben.
I agree.
Like, when I told Ben, I was like, okay, I can get on board with this. Then all of a sudden we see him telling Lauren, and that was just frustrating.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I get telling Ben and pulling Ben in your corner and just saying, hey, but there is no reason to tell everybody because it was pointless. Because if they lost, it'd be different if they had already won and he's now sharing the information, or Jessica could have shared it. Mm-hmm. But it definitely doesn't help Cole's game. And I think it makes him very untrustworthy when he, and as you saw, Jessica takes it very personally. Yeah. She personally is affected by it because she cried, and I was surprised. So. I would be mad too, but I don't think I would have taken it as personal as Jessica. But I would have been very angry and hurt because I would feel like if I can't trust Cole, I can't trust anyone.
Yeah, what Cole did was the dumbest thing I ever. He sounded so smart and so player savvy in the first one out and the preseason.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my god, he's so dumb.
I'm telling you, it's a complete opposite. We thought Devin and Cole and we're going to be very different preseason, and you flip it. It's the opposite, and it's the complete opposite.
I want to redraft. I don't know. Okay. So I think the best thing that anyone did on the Yawa Tribe is Lauren, who took the information. Like, okay, thank you for the information, and then flipped it back on Cole.
Absolutely.
And no, and then not even that. Even Dr. Mike, he played it off, and they believed him. And then he goes over there and then gets gets to tell them, and like I don't know, it's just a whole mess with Cole and Jessica.
I think it was good on Mike's part to play stupid, and then he went and told Jessica right away, and then Cole was like, "Well, I told Ben." Well, listen, anyone could realize you didn't just tell Ben, because. And good for Lauren for basically shouting it out right away and saying, you know what? She didn't know if it was true or not.
Well, not only that, but she feels like she is going to be on the bottom, so she can throw Cole under the bus by talking to everybody.
I really like Lauren and Chrissy for the older women. They're really great. I honestly regret not drafting Chrissy.
So in the chat, Shell says she doesn't like the way, or she's not a huge fan of the new advantages. While Patty says she likes that they have a time clock, or what is it, temporary advantage, don't last long and they're used quickly.
I agree.
I guess everybody is with us in saying that Cole's a blabbermouth that can't keep his mouth shut. So yeah,
or as I think Shell said, Blandbermoose.
So yeah, Patty also says she likes Lauren. She's got moxie, and Chrissy's awesome. So I'm glad Alan is gone.
I love Chrissy.
We'll get with Alan a little bit later. All right, so let's go with Kim. And do you have any highlights for the Soku tribe?
Me? Yes. Yes. Sorry. I really thought I was really happy when I saw that Ryan and Chrissy were on the same tribe, because I thought this is when he can pull her in and tell her he's the one that gave her the idol. And she was so happy. She felt loved. And I thought that was great. And Chrissy is a great player. Again, she's in a great position. So I thought that was great. There really wasn't much else to that tribe, because again, they won. You didn't see much of Ali or JP, that tribe, or Rourke. You didn't. So it was really focused on Ryan and Chrissy, and I'm happy they came together, because when I saw them, I said, well, maybe Ryan will keep Ali pulling Chrissy, and they could power through this alliance by voting out, sadly, JP in my draft and Rourke in my other draft. But we'll see what happens, because if they win probably the next two challenges, they're going to the merge, and then everything's up in the air. Nothing matters anymore. Yeah. Once that merge happens, there is nothing.
Yeah, but here's my perception on Soko. I think Ryan and Chrissy's connection is a little deeper than what Ryan had with Ali, and Ali will do anything to get herself ahead. And with Ryan and Chrissy and possibly the fake idol between them, I think they can pull off a lot of stuff. So
I think so too. I'm really happy they're together. I love Ryan. So and the way he told her was great. The way she accepted it was great. That bond, they're both from Jersey, so they have that too. So
Shell says, hey, they aren't that much older, Kim. So Carolyn says Chrissy was lame until last night. I want to say I didn't think much of Chrissy pregame, but I did like that she did not use the idol to save Katrina. She would have been left in a bad spot. Yeah. And then we said, well, she can use it as a fake idol, and everybody's like, I'm not sure she'll think of that. She did. She thought of it. Yeah. And then she's
a great player.
Yeah. And then she, not only that, she actually was able to analyze every single player in her tribe and decide who she wanted to align with. And now she's in a tight spot with Ryan. I think she is one of the ones that can go the farthest without having to be so deceitful. And hopefully, if she can make it far, I don't know if others might take her out.
I worry about her getting a little bit too much of the being too motherly and then getting the Dawn Meehan or the Lisa Welchel or, you know what I mean, someone like that, of not getting the votes because, or like even Missy, of playing the game a little bit strategic, but also when you're that motherly type and you're strategic like that, people take it harder and a little bit more bitter. So I worry if she stays more strategic and doesn't fall into that motherly role, I think she should be good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think we are all in agreement that Chrissy and Ryan are solid together. I hope he takes Allie along with him because she's on my team. So let's move over to the Levu tribe, or the old Heroes tribe. Mark, what did you see there?
So unfortunately, out of all the people that from the Heroes that Ashley can pair up with, she is stuck on this tribe with Alan, and I kind of pity her on that because they had no trust coming into this new tribe, and they are kind of forced to work with each other, which is interesting to watch, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Alan, take him or leave him.
I liked him better on this episode, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm starting to like him a little bit better as well.
And
yeah.
I'll give my thoughts when we get to the draft. But
yeah,
all right, go ahead, Mark.
And because there's 2 from the Heroes and 2 from the Healers on that tribe, and with Devin being the only hustler on Levu, like Joe tries to pull Devin in by lying to him about the other side trying to blindside him, and that, you know, swiftly gets debunked. And we'll
right, I don't get why he did. There was no need for that lie, which was clearly going to come out. So yeah.
And here we go with my word again, blabbermouth, another blabbermouth.
I think this was the worst for Alan. This is the worst tribe Alan could have stayed with. Not only did he have Ashley, who he already alienated, he ended up with Joe, who we already seen that they had that same first episode kind of feel. I don't think they're the same type of character or personality. I just think the first episode just kind of paired them up and kind of made them look a lot alike. And like I said, I'll get more thoughts on Alan and whatever.
I was so happy when I saw this tribe together, because the first word that came to my mind was train wreck. Because you have Alan and you have Joe, and honestly, Ashley is kind of a train wreck too. You have all 3 of them, and then Devin, who's just a goofball, but is very smart, and then Desi, who's just been silent all season so far.
I totally forgot about her.
I was worried about Desi because of that, but I really I for some reason I was like, oh, this tribe's gone. Like they did awful in both challenges because they were a mess.
Yeah, they were really they just don't have it together, and you have 2 big guys. Alan and Joe think that they would just be stronger.
But Joe's not. We've learned that. We've learned that all.
He's I think he's weak in challenges.
Oh,
he's very weak. And so was Alan when it came to the throwing of the
brute strength.
Well, it's because Alan is used to like blocking and balls in the air and tackling people, not throwing, you know, like. Yeah,
but they didn't show it that much, but Joe and Alan had to have been like 2 clashing type A's. And for them, you saw the tribe draw and you knew they were going to tribal. Like you just knew.
Oh yeah.
My question is, did Joe not try to find the item in the same place, or did?
Yes, I thought the same thing. I'm like, why
are we not seeing?
So,
yeah.
Or maybe they are not doing what they did last season and hiding the idols all in the same freaking spot. I
don't think they're showing it yet. I don't know if Joe looked. I have a feeling Cole did.
I don't think he's smart enough.
I don't know if Joe is smart enough either. Neither. He's just
following the raft.
He's probably looking in the water.
He probably found the clue again. He's like, "Oh, that stupid raft again."
Yep.
Let's move on to the immunity challenge, which is another not so glamorous immunity challenge. I wasn't a big fan of it. Like I said, weakest on the immunity and reward challenge, but I think overall best episode. Carry the crate, move through the table, and then under the net, unblock the pieces, and then do that. Oh, was that right? The one they have to
kind of like a Rubik's Cube in a way. Did I ask a question? When they were going back and forth, did the pole hit Devin?
Yes.
I thought so.
Devin almost got castrated in the middle
I was just like, holy crap, that to her. I'm like, didn't the production think this one through?
Well, they had Alan on the other side. Alan on the other side was manhandling that thing.
I know.
And so he was just a crazy person. I think that's why it happened.
I think Alan got hit too, but I don't think he felt it because he was so crazy. So we see that I think the Yawa Tribe wasn't that far behind. I think they were actually ahead, but they fell behind because Ashley couldn't get the keys to unlock, and that's sometimes that's just the luck of the draw, you know, draw of the luck. What is it? Luck of the draw? Yeah.
Luck of the draw.
Where she just went through each key and ended up being the last key she went with that second lock, and unfortunately that's how it happens sometimes. And you know, oh well. So Soku and Yawa win immunity. And Levu is back, or the Blue Tribe is back in Tribal Council. But before that, we go back to the camp, and we've already talked about Joe and Desi, or basically Joe talking to Devin and telling him about the lie. He goes and talks to Ashley, which they pretty much decide that, you know, it was all a lie. The thing that really irked me was that they hug in front of everybody.
Yes.
And I'm like, why did you do that? Why would you do that?
That was all it took, because I'm telling you right now, if they didn't do that, Joe would have been gone. Because Joe would have been cocky enough to believe he was safe. But Desi saw it. You know, and that's all it took. And then as soon as Desi told Joe, then Joe, the wheels were spinning in his head. What am I going to do? And what he did, I thought was good.
It's smart.
It was smart. Yeah. You know, I thought that was great. Because at first, I'm like, why is he doing that? And I said, oh, I know why he's doing that. He wants to put the target on himself, that he can use his idol, and everybody is safe.
Here's the thing, though. It was obvious. Even the people said, what if he has an idol? And they still didn't decide to change the vote.
I don't know why they didn't vote out Desi. I would have believed that Joe had the idol, only because of how cocky he is, not because I think he's smart.
He basically said that he had the idol at the end of that whole exchange.
He was like, wait until you're so surprised at trial. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but I would say the same thing if I was bluffing. I would be out there saying the same thing if I was bluffing on that.
Just but I don't think he thinks like that. I think he's just stupid. You know, I don't think he thinks.
I really don't like. Okay, don't get me wrong. I do not like Joe. I don't like Joe. But he's actually a lot better than I think we've been giving him credit.
No,
a little. He's entertaining.
I think he's good at the game. I just think he's really dumb in some aspects of.
I think socially,
but I think he has some game sense to him.
He lacks like the social skills to get the votes, and that's what he's failing to realize. Is at the end of the day, if he's a Survivor fan, he saw Russell lose twice. So
I do want to kind of give the invisible edit a little bit of time. Desi, she did do one thing that really impressed me when she said, "Oh, if this is what we're doing, you just threw me under the bus. Give me the idol. Tell me who to vote for. Play it to me, and we're good for the rest of the game." Like she was kind of badass there. Like I really liked it. And
I like that too.
It was a very small point of the season. I mean, a point of the episode, but it really kind of showed like, okay, this girl's not completely mute. She's got something to her, and so that was really impressive. I actually really enjoyed that.
Me too. I thought this is the first time we're seeing Desi play.
Yeah.
So I would have. I want to say I would have said that too, but I don't know. Sometimes, as vocal as I am, I'm quiet.
I was hoping she would convince him to give her the idol before Tribal. Like,
Do you think that? And then Joe would have left.
Well, no.
You think she would have played it on Joe?
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean that's pretty much. Let's not jump over the disadvantaged note.
Oh, that's right. I think Jessica made a stupid decision giving it to Devin. I would have given it to either Alan or Ashley because at this point she doesn't know how Devin's voting. But she doesn't know if she knows he's a swing vote, but she didn't know, is he voting with Joe and Desi? She couldn't have known. So if you gave it to Alan or Ashley, you were definitely nixing that vote and trying to save your tribe. And it's a disadvantage. Jessica didn't have an advantage. Jessica had a disadvantage. I don't care. I would have said, do I have to use it?
But two things with that. One, if her tribe's the one that goes to tribal council, it's great to have. So it's an advantage.
Yes, but it's a disadvantage when you're giving it out.
Absolutely. It can be a lifesaver, but
it's more of an advantage for Jessica throwing the wrench at another tribe. But that could have really easily backfired, and
honestly,
everybody knows because Cole told everybody. So it's gonna get back when these tribes merge. They're all gonna know Jessica's the one who did it.
This might be a little bit too long term and a little bit too thinking outside the box, but is it really the end of the world if a healer goes home for Jessica? Doesn't she look like less of a threat if a healer would have went home?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
I thought, why not get rid of Joe?
They sacrifice Joe,
and then you get out that idol.
Was she close with Joe before this?
Mm-mm.
No.
They were about to vote him out.
No one's close to Joe.
Well, maybe they were about to vote him out last episode.
If I was Jessica, I would have blocked Joe's vote, and I would have told no one I had it.
Yeah, exactly.
But nobody would have known, and they never would have figured out who blocked the vote, and then, and they definitely wouldn't have suspected someone up from his tribe. So, I think that Jessica, she's not stupid by any means. I just think that she didn't give it enough thought.
I think she's loyal.
She's loyal. Very loyal.
Was it really a disadvantage to Devin? Because now he doesn't expose who he's voting for.
Right.
Yeah,
he has deniability to say that, Joe, Desi, I was going to go with you.
Yes. Nobody will let him know.
Like, he didn't expose who he's voting for. So
that's the thing. That's only because Joe played his idol.
Yeah, so I think there's a little bit like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it kind of sucked for him, and it could have really backfired on Devin. He could have gone home without having a chance to vote. Yeah. But there's a way he can swing this.
I agree, and yes, it was not that much. Like I said, it was a disadvantage for Jessica, not Devin. And sometimes people if I would have had that, I would have been mad as hell, especially if my tribe won, because I would have said, now I have this, unless I told no one. And I would have told no one. Nobody would have known nothing. I would have told no one on my tribe. I would have taken it until the show was over, and they saw it on the live show. I'd be like, yep, I had it, because it's never good. And I think it's going to backfire on her, especially because Cole told everybody.
While we don't get a scene where we specifically see Jessica and Joe working together, and even if they say they're working together, I think Jessica knows that Joe will be the first one that they're going to let go at any moment. I feel that they're more willing to keep Mike around than Joe, because Joe hasn't proven himself to be a power horse. Yeah. Well, he's not powerhouse in challenges either. And
Joe or Desi will turn on each other next episode. They are not loyal to one another, and one of them are going to turn. 100%.
I think Joe's going. If that tribe goes again, I think Joe's gone.
Yeah.
I think Desi's flipping.
So Patty in the chat just mentioned that
he didn't give her the idol. Even though we said, I read their face, we'll get there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but Patty in the chat just mentioned that Jessica's working with Joe in a secret scene.
Yes, well, that's what I'm saying, is that they might be working together, because they're all Soku or old healers, but I can guarantee you that at any moment that Joe comes up, she's gonna let him go.
Yeah, she was also about to vote him out last episode if they went to tribal.
Yeah,
to get away so it's just kind of.
So I'd like to find out why she was. I guess it's her loyalty. I think that's why she was so hurt by Cole. I think she's loyal, and that's why she decided to keep her tribe. But you have to look at who's loyal to you, and Joe is not loyal. So she should have let him go.
So I asked Twitter, did Jessica use her block vote correctly? 40% said yes, 60% said no. So I voted no. So then I asked who she should have. I'm already getting mixed up. Who she should have given it to, and then 47% said that she should have blocked Alan's vote. 21% said Ashley, 9% Desi, and 23% Joe.
Yeah. So,
and I only put those 4, of course, because the other one was already leading by so much by the time I put that one. So yeah, everyone thinks that Alan's vote should have been blocked, and to me, and let's just go into the tribal council. We already talked about it, kind of already. I think that blocking a ex-hero would have been better than blocking Devin, because they might have needed Devin's vote. But then again, you never know what way he's gonna.
She had no way of knowing how he was voting.
But even at that
the heroes are gonna stick together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what Devin's doing, but you know the healers are.
Yeah,
exactly.
So in a way, she actually caused a tie rather than making sure it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because understand here, if Joe didn't play his idol, they were going to rocks, because you couldn't vote for Devin. It just.
But my question is, well, if he didn't play his idol, yeah.
Okay, so when this happened, when Devin got the note, I turned to my wife and said, "You know what the hero should do? Vote Devin."
Oh yeah, absolutely. But they had no time.
Yeah, and
I thought they were voting Devin.
Alan talks about that in his exit interview.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was asked why didn't you vote out Devin? And it was kind of 2 things. It was 1, we had no time, and 2, I'm a man of my word and already said I'm with Ashley and Devin, and I'm not going to go against that.
But I was surprised that Joe and Desi didn't vote out Devin once they saw that, because that's who I thought was going to be voted out. I said I would vote out Devin here because he is that swing vote. You can't trust where he's going to be loyal. I'm going to get him out while I can, because Alan would be easy to get out next time.
I do think Ashley would have been a better one for them to vote for, because Ashley is the linchpin in between Alan and Devin. And if you get rid of Ashley, there's not really much of a chance that Alan and Devin are going to stick together.
I thought it was going to be Ashley or Devin leaving last night.
Well, I was pretty sure it was going to be Alan. I had a pretty gut feeling on that one.
Yeah.
Again, poor soul.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm used to it. But once again, if I get a winner out of this, at least I know how to pick a winner, right? So
yeah.
Here's the question: would Devin have been able to vote on the revote?
No.
He had no voting power whatsoever.
None whatsoever. So I think it would have just went to rocks unless Desi flipped and voted out Joe. It was going to rocks.
So let's work it out. So Devin can't vote, right?
Yeah.
So let's say they do vote for Desi. 2 votes for Desi, and 2 votes for Alan. That's a tie vote.
Yeah.
And they gridlock, right?
So then Ashley and Devin are pulling rocks. But would it be rocks or would it be fire? Because there's only 2.
No, because
it has to be rocks.
I think it had to be rocks. I don't think they use the fire up to final tribal.
It's not the final 4.
They'll do it if a tribe of 4 happens. I'm pretty sure they'll still do it.
A tribe of 4. But
that's why this would be the same thing. I don't think they do rocks for 2 people.
Yeah, it would make no sense.
That's my thought, but
maybe they might have just had the pile already just in case. So I would have said right away. I would have whispered into Ashley, vote Devin. There's no way he can vote against us. Vote him, and then the 2 votes would have gone to them, and then they can always switch their vote if they need to.
Honestly, though, for Ashley, it's best case scenario.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty confident.
Ashley's in a better position now that Alan is gone, and I was pleased because I have Ashley in my draft. So, I mean, I'm. It's exactly like last season.
All right, so let's get to the draft, I guess, because Alan gets voted out with 2 votes against him because the idol was played, and Joe uses the idol properly. He says he reads Ashley's face, which I kind of saw the face that she was putting. I don't know if it's the edit, but if that's the face she did when he was looking at her, then I get it.
I don't think he really read her face. I just think he was playing that damn idol on himself.
That was so
I'm
fun.
playing it on myself. I'm like playing it on anyone else.
That's what I'm saying.
It didn't matter who he played it on.
Yeah.
All right, so Randy.
Okay, so can you guys see the draft board?
Yes.
Okay. So in the lead, Mark is still holding the lead with 53 points, and all 4 of his team with Ben, Jessica, Chrissy, and Joe. Kim is in second with 44 points with JP, Ashley, Ryan, and Lauren. I'm in third with 38 points with Rourke, Desi, and Devin. And then Saul is trailing again with only Cole and Allie left. And then Dr. Mike is still there.
I'm laughing because this is exactly like last season.
So, do I have any insurance on Cole for fooling me? He committed fraud.
I know. I do want to say, I do want to say that all season I have been saying that I've given Devin the MVP like 2 or 3 times this season, and I've always said I like Cole, but I think I'm probably overvaluing Cole. I'm probably giving Cole too much credit here when I say, and this episode very much confirmed that I'm giving.
I want to say that last episode I said Cole wasn't that great, and you defended him when I said I didn't think Cole and Jessica were that great.
I liked them as characters.
Yes, I do. I think Jessica is a really sweet girl. I
think Jessica's really coming to stand out a lot
Jessica
more than
Jessica will do much better without Cole.
Yeah,
don't say that.
Jessica, you know what it is? It's like, oh my God, it's like last season. Taylor and
2 seasons.
2 seasons ago. Yeah, it's exactly like that.
So
I don't know.
This is a little bit better.
Yeah, they're better. I mean, Cole isn't nowhere near as bad, as Taylor. I mean, he didn't have a pregnant girlfriend at home.
Yeah, we know.
So let me give my my final words for Alan. I think Alan stuck too much to what he wanted to do, and he didn't execute properly. He came out looking crazy, and just not trustworthy. I get what he was trying to do. He didn't execute properly, and he lost a lot of trust. Right? I kind of just repeated myself there, but I think that if he was able to get further into the game, I think his social game would have actually helped him. I think he is a lot better. He would have been in a lot better place than Joe in the merge, and because I think everybody who's talked about Alan, I would say that he's actually not that bad of a guy. We heard him in the pregame. He was so different from in the pregame than what he did in the first episode, and then after the first episode, it felt like he did a lot better. Yeah, he did.
I really thought he did great this episode. I was honestly disappointed to see him leave because I'm like, he did really good. And now, as soon as I'm starting to turn around and like Alan, he's gone.
So I did read one of his exit interviews. I didn't hear any of them, but I read one. And this is what he says. He doesn't feel like he should have been in the hero tribe. He feels like he should have been in the hustler tribe. I consider myself a hustler because I've worked a lot to get where I am in life, but I am definitely aware that people outside the base of my profession may view me as a hero. I don't think I measure up as a hero when you look at guys like Ben, who is a Marine, JP, who's a fireman, or even Ashley, or not even, just Ashley, who's a lifeguard. Those people save lives. I don't. I think I'm in that category in terms of saving lives. I don't think I'm in that category where I'm in terms of saving lives, but I definitely try to reach out to as many people as I can. So
I love that.
Yeah. So I think just reading that, it kind of gives a glimpse into his character. I don't think he is near as bad as what he looked like in the first episode. He just didn't execute properly. If he would have just calmed down, not gone balls out,
literally.
Yeah, in the first episode, I think he would have done a lot better. But he even says later on, he says he's used to it from football. If you go out there and you lose, you don't what's it called? Stay in that with that mentality, you kind of just improve it. And then if he ever gets a chance, he should come back. I don't think he will, but if he ever gets a chance to come back, then he should apply that, get better. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with him that he probably should have been on the Hustler, and I think that Joe should have been on Hustlers and not Healers. The
thing is that there's always going to be those people who don't fit the theme because they cast before they actually get or at least that's what we're told, at least.
Yeah, they cast before they decide the tribe. So I mean, I could have seen Chrissy on Healers because she's a mother and she gave up her career to raise her children. I think that's more of a healer than a hero.
I understand her a little bit more after I heard the explanation to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, we saw it.
She's great. I'm really happy she's on the show.
So I guess
the MVP.
Yeah, who's the MVP, guys?
Go for it, Kim.
Oh no! Who's the MVP? God, Jesus.
I'll give it.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to give the MVP to Joe. I think Joe had a plan. He executed his plan, and it worked. It may have been crazy. It may not have been the best thing socially, but he had a plan and achieved it. So I'm
I would say Joe for the outbursts he had to get them to vote him out. Yes, just that there, not the beforehand when he lied and was in.
Yeah, that part was bad.
that part was really bad. So yes, I mean, because there's such a limit to who else we can choose from, I'll go with you. I'm gonna agree, Joe.
I'm gonna give credit to Desi for trying to get the idol from Joe.
I like it. Yep.
I would say I would go with Desi, but she didn't. I would say I would give it to Desi if she would have actually got the idol.
Yes.
So I will go ahead and give it to Joe as much as I don't want to give it to Joe. I think Joe
exactly. That's why I didn't want to give it to him either.
Come to the dark side. Come and vote for Desi.
Low key MVP for the small play of the week, I would give to Lauren.
I was gonna say,
yes.
Lauren is just.
It was very little. It didn't really pan out too much this episode, but she started planting the seeds of doubt against Jessica and Cole.
And holy crap, she's a lot better than I thought she was gonna be.
Yeah. Now what?
Yeah,
I'll tell you this.
Lauren has some strategy to her, and I like seeing her in the challenges because she does well.
She's really good.
Lauren, and I'm so happy she's on my tribe.
The reason I didn't get Lauren or didn't want to get Lauren was because if you listen to her pregame, she didn't actually want to go apply for the show. She went as a buddy to one of her friends, and
pregame was awful.
Yeah, and she had to actually get a number to audition because she didn't want to leave her friend standing in the line by herself. So she wasn't even there to audition.
You know what? How mad I'd be if I was the friend and I guess and I didn't.
No. But then she said that she did her audition and they called her and goes, "Hey, we noticed that you weren't even like all thrilled about it." And she explained what happened, and they still got her.
Yeah.
So because she's good. I mean, she says what she's on her mind. She didn't fake it in that in that interview. She was who she was, and that's what they want to see. They don't want to see fake. They want to see real. And when I saw some of her preseason stuff, I liked her because I knew that she had strength, so she wasn't going to look like a weak woman. And then I knew that she also looked like she would be strategic. She can do things, and I go, they're not going to vote her out because she can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the choice between Lauren, Katrina, and Dr. Mike. Those were who was left when I got my choice. I
was gonna say something, and it just Did you all see the meme from last week with Lauren and Patrick sitting next to together? And you know that meme with like Arthur or whatever, where they show his fist, that kind of zooms in or zooms into the face. They kind of just see her kind of annoyed with Patrick, and he's like doing whatever, and then it kind of just starts slowly zooming into her face, and she's like get this guy to shut up.
I didn't see it.
So least valuable player, Patty says Cole, and I have to agree.
I'm green, definitely Cole. He's an idiot. He's just so stupid. I can't.
She loves that nobody likes Joe. And she likes Lauren because she's blunt. And you know what? I normally don't like someone who can't keep their thoughts in, or just too just open with everybody. But I do actually like her. I actually like her story. And I don't know. I'm actually liking Lauren a lot better than I really even thought I would like her. But yeah, let's go over to next time on Survivor. Rourke looks like she's on the outs of Soku because I don't know if it's true or not, but it looks like she's asking for an all-girls alliance. What do you guys think of that?
Well, that's what Chrissy says what she says to JP in the preview. But also during that time, the voiceover is something about being ruthless. So it makes me wonder if Chrissy's lying and is trying to put a target on Rourke. I don't know. I worry for Rourke because she's in a bad spot. The only positive she has is that she's in the only tribe that has a majority of females. So I'm wondering if she can do something to push the target on JP. That one kind of worried me.
Which JP is really blind, so I don't care if he goes.
Yeah, because I think it's on that tribe. It's going to be Rourke or JP because you have Ryan and Allie and Chrissy. That I really think that Chrissy and Ryan, we've seen them bond together, and we know that Ryan and Allie already kind of have a thing going too. So I think the three of them are going to be making the decision of if it's JP or if it's Rourke. And Rourke makes the most sense unless they can target it and say something. Oh, now you can't really say that because there's 2 guys and 2 girls out. So we're back to even on men and women. So I don't know.
So either way, I'm losing somebody in my alliance, my tribe. If that's what happens, if they lose me.
On our draft here, I have Rourke.
Yes, I have her in another draft.
The thing is, Label's so weak that they're probably gonna lose another immunity challenge. I'm probably gonna lose Joe, which I'm not gonna be that sad about, quite honestly.
Unless he finds the idol.
If it's up to me, Level can lose every single challenge up to the merge, and you guys can lose your guys.
Oh yeah, I had 2 of them.
So next week, also Devin and Ashley look like they're going to pair up and even threaten a rock draw. I think that's going to be best for them since they already saw that Devin, Desi, and Joe are together. It doesn't mean that Desi's going to stay with them. So Desi might jump over to the other side. So.
I think that Desi or Joe are flipping on each other. I don't think that Ashley or Devin will. It's going to be one of them. I don't think they're going to go through a rock. I don't think Desi or Joe are going to want to take a chance with the rock.
My fear is that Joe is going to find another idol, use it, and someone else is going to go home.
Like Ashley or someone.
Yeah.
It could definitely happen.
All right, guys.
Smart enough to look.
Yeah.
As I was saying that, Patty says, watch damn Joe find the idol since he played his last one. Yeah,
it's true.
So
are they gonna there's already an idol at that? Well, yeah, I'd say they're not. I've been wondering what they're gonna do with that idol, if they're gonna rebury it somewhere, but I don't know.
We'll see. That's another thing.
Will they put it back on Soko Beach?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I mean they can't put it on Levu because Levu Tribe or Levu Beach already has one, so Soko would have to be the one that has to be buried, right? So
yeah, we'll see.
So yeah, so any final thoughts for this week's episode?
It was a good one. We're building momentum.
It was the best episodes this season so far.
I'm glad that this episode happened because I was starting to see fans online starting to say like this season's weak, this season's slow, this week has nothing, this season has nothing going on. I enjoy the season even though it hasn't been big moves or anything, which is another thing, you know. And I'm gonna rant a little.
We're building a story. We're not. Yeah. It's the long-term payoff is what I think we're getting here.
And I'm gonna do a little bit of a rant here. I mean, fans complain that there's nothing but big moves now, and that everybody's just concerned about big moves. But then when big moves don't happen, we're bored. Yeah. I mean, you can't have it both ways. You either you want something exciting to happen or you want the story. And right now we had a story. We had a big move. Hopefully, go back to story. Big move, big move, big move. We'll see.
Do we think merge at 12? Is that what we're guessing?
I would think 12 just because it's an 18 person.
Are we going back to 2 tribes or just going straight from 3 to 1?
I think we might go 3 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I guess that's it, right? I mean, we went through it pretty quickly here, but I think we talked about everything we need to talk about. Yeah. All right, guys. So you guys send us your thoughts on the episode, and we'll give you a shout out. We'll shout out to Patty once again, who we just sent off her hoodie. So she said she'll be wearing it next time we're on.
Buy our t-shirts.
Remember,
t-shirts.
Mark has his shirt on. So remember to go to our there you go, his mug. Go to tpublic.com. You'll find the link on my Twitter, and you can buy these things. There's pillows, throws, and totes, I think, now available. So we'll see you guys next time, and we'll see you in the Spyshack next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.